Man, don't you just love boxing, folks? Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your boy Machine Sports. I'm back, coming to you with that post-fight analysis. I'm gonna break down the Demetrius Andrade Brian Rose fight. I scored the fight for Demetrius Andrade and Brian Rose 60-52. I just thought he was just too talented, too big, too skilled. Now the only thing, I know he had to fight Brian Rose because that was his mandatory, and he did good work beating him. That's Andre. But the only thing I don't like about Demetrius Andrade is when he lands and punch, he steps straight back instead of going at an angle. And he already went down to Vanis Martirosyan before. So as soon as he fight a bigger puncher, like maybe a Kirkland or something, somebody could capitalize and take advantage of that. Now, who do I want to see Demetrius Andrade fight? Well, Ruslan Provodnikov and Canelo Alvarez fight July 12th, excuse me. And I would love to see Demetrius Andrade get the winner of that fight. Obviously, Andrade is not a top-ranked guy. He's not an HBO guy. He's just a guy that just does business with him. He can make the fight can happen. And with the Cold War seemingly to be over with, maybe that fight can happen. I would like to see Andrade get the winner in around December. Now, let's talk about the Ruslan Provodnikov Chris Algieri fight. If anybody knew who Chris Algieri was before tonight, you'd laugh your tail off. Unless you're some super hardcore fan. Most of us are, though, on the YouTube boxing community. But anyway, let's get into it. I scored the fight for Chris Algieri. Excuse me. I scored the fight for Chris Algieri 114-112. Now the two knockdowns that Provodnikov got in the first round, that made it a 10-7 round. So it was gonna make it a difficult fight. But I thought that Chris Algieri used movement and used the ring, and he boxed beautifully. He worked off the jab most of the night, used movement and distance, and he made an adjustment like around towards the second half of the fight where he was on the ropes less, because when Provodnikov had him on the ropes or near the end of the ropes, that's where he'll land. But if Algieri gets him in the center of the ring, which he did in the second half of the fight, then Algieri controlled the action. I thought Algieri did a good job of keeping him in the middle, using the jab, avoiding the power shots with one eye. Now, Provodnikov is good at cutting off the ring and all that, but I think he had a problem with Algieri's height and his reach. Chris Algieri is 5'10" with 72-inch reach. Ruslan Provodnikov is 5'6" with a 66-inch reach. So if you do the math, even though Chris Algieri didn't have the big equalizer of his power, I thought he landed some pretty good shots. He landed enough shots, and then he landed most of the shots in the fight to get the victory, and I think the judges got that right. Now, with that being said, who I think Chris Algieri should fight? Does that put him in the Manny Pacquiao sweepstakes? Knowing Manny Pacquiao's track record, he'll try to fight for Provodnikov anyway, because Pacquiao mostly tries to fight dudes off of losses. But maybe Algieri deserves getting the sweepstakes. Now I know it's not going to happen, but I would like to see Chris Algieri again. I think the kid has some talent. Another thing I'd like to talk about, the Jim Lampley, Max Kellerman, and Steve Weisfeld. Do they know how to even score a fight? When I heard 117-109, I'm like, what fight are you scoring? That's what we all were saying on Facebook when I was texting the guys on Facebook. Like, what fight are you guys scoring? It seems like when one of the HBO hype jobs, or not hype jobs, but one of their favorites are losing a fight, they get butthurt and start crying like little girls. Now, this is why I like Showtime and Box Nation's commentators, because they're less biased. Anyway, y'all, I gotta go out. I may go out tonight, may not. It's your boy, Mr. Universal Sports, and I'm out. Peace. Have a good night.